The hell is this? What are you doing?
Country first, review second.
Servus Freunde, my name is Jimmy Cage.
And I'm Deniz the Buddymeister.
Today we're going to review a movie that was released just a few days ago. We had the chance to see Raazi on the big screen here in Vienna, and to come straight to the point, it was a very, very good movie.
I second that. Raazi is a 2018 Indian Hindi language spy thriller directed by Meghna and Gulzar. It stars Alia Bhatt and Vicky Kaushal in the leading roles, with Jaideep Ahlawat, Shishir Sharma and Amruta Khanvilkar in supporting roles. And, well, not only is it a good movie, Alia Bhatt is absolutely fantastic as Seymat.
Fantastic might not even be enough to express how good she is. I think it is hands down one of the best performances of the whole year. But first, what's the movie about?
It centers on Seymat, played by Alia Bhatt, a 20-something-year-old girl who gets married to Iqbal Syed, a Pakistani. The movie takes place in 1971, so we are right in the middle of the Third Indo-Pakistani War. And this marriage was arranged by the Indian side to get Seymat into Pakistan as a spy for the Indian intelligence.
Well, and as soon as she settles in with her new family, she begins to gather information. But of course she also gets to know her husband Iqbal and gets more and more integrated into the family.
Yeah, and because of that, the lines between her assignment as a spy and her daily life in the family begin to blur, which is kind of what this movie ultimately is about.
It might take place in this heated time and volatile atmosphere between India and Pakistan, but it's not about Muslims or Hindus, the different castes who's good or bad. It's really about the sacrifices that both sides made and the horrible things and ultimately crimes that were committed from both sides. And in the end, how the morale falls by the wayside and all of this.
Yeah, though we see things from the perspective of Seymat, we spend most of the time with the family in Pakistan. So we also see things from their side, their struggles, their daily life and so on. It's not just black and white. Well, of course, we also get a fair dose of patriotism and pathos, but also from both sides. And I think in the overall picture, it's not that overbearing.
Yeah, Meghna Gulzar did a terrific job, because Raazi is not only a political movie that makes you think about those convoluted dealings and difficult decisions, it's also a flat-out entertaining spy movie that keeps you on the edge of your seat. I was literally wincing during some scenes.
I noticed that, but it was no different with me. The staging was great and you really get all the stuff that you need in a good spy movie. Will somebody find out about Seymat, or will she be careful enough?
Does she have to kill somebody, and how will it all play out in the end?
There are many typical, let's call them spy movie stops that Raazi also makes. So for example, you get a hint at something in the first act, and that one then plays out in the third act. But it's not too predictable, and as said before, very tense and entertaining.
And again, kudos to the incredible Alia Bhatt, who outshines everybody. I mean, Kaushal and all the others are fine, and there are especially some wonderful and lovely scenes between his Iqbal and Seymat, but Alia Bhatt owns every scene with her conviction and her inner conflict. A big chunk of the tension comes from her commanding performance.
Definitely. We can't talk about the ending, but when the morale kicks in and Seymat is confronted with the absolute numbness of the people she works for, she breaks down completely, and that is so amazing, it broke my heart.
Yeah, it's a very emotional movie, and we haven't talked about the songs, which in my mind play a big part in that too. They are pretty good, both melody and lyrics-wise. Raazi is a stomping and rhythmic piece that instantly gets stuck in your head with its chorus. And Ai Vatan is this very moving hymn about the motherland that makes you want to stand up and sing.
It's a good movie. There maybe are some minor things that are a bit improbable, but the movie covers them up with the right amount of tension and suspense, so what the hell. And again, it's nice that the movie treads this fine line and makes you question and think about things and about right and wrong.
Meghna Gulzar is definitely someone to keep track of. I saw Talva before and I liked it, and I also did a review of it on the channel, and I'm eager to see what she's going to work on next.
So, in German we'd say?
Raazi ist ein spannender Spionagethriller, der auf einfache Schwarz-Weiß-Malerei verzichtet und stattdessen zum Nachdenken über Krieg, Politik und Moral anregt. Alia Bhatts grandiose Leistung allein ist es aber schon wert, den Film zu sehen. I give Raazi 8 out of 10. It's more like 7.9, but I don't do that.
For me, it's also 8 out of 10. It's more like 8.1, but I don't do that either.
So that's it for today. We hope we got you interested in checking out Raazi for yourself. It had its cinematic release on May 11th, so get up and go watch it already.
And recommend some female-directed movies to us for a change.
That's a good idea. And you can hit me up on Twitter, Facebook and Instagram simply at the Jimmy Cage.
And you can hit me up simply at the Buddymeister.
And your podcast?
And don't forget about my podcast BUDDYMEISTER SCORES, where I talk about the music of film, television and video games. It's available on iTunes and Stitcher.
And as always, if you enjoyed this video, please give us a thumbs up, share, subscribe, whatever you like. And make sure you hit that bell for all we have to tell.
Country first. Review second. No. Das ist Quatsch.